The Brandon Peters Show may contain explicit language and detailed plot points. For more information on the show, stay tuned to the end of the episode. And now, here he is, Brandon.
Hello, Indy PopCon 2024. Welcome to the live podcast stage. What is a live podcast stage, you ask? Well, it's exactly as it sounds. It is a stage that records live podcasts for you, and you can be an audience member watching them record live. Lots of fun stuff. I've got a varied slate for you. I'm Brandon Peters, by the way. I'll be your host of the live podcast stage all weekend long here at PopCon. Yes. You won't be that enthused by Sunday. Hearing my voice. So what I do here is I program a schedule of varied podcasts, doing all things geeky, maybe just podcasty. And you can come, you can watch a recording. Some may be interactive. And you may have a lot of fun recording podcasts. Schedule is going to be on this whiteboard here all day as you walk around all weekend. So let me tell you what I got. Right now we have the kickoff show. So this is going to tell you all about some of the things at PopCon you may not know are going on, and you can partake in and have a lot of fun. So that's what today's going to be. I have some guests coming up to talk about those things as well. At 3 o'clock, the Normies will be doing their podcast, Talking Normies. This is the first time they've done the podcast stage, so I'm very excited to have them at 2 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, The Stable, which is a staple of the podcast stage, as well as at 5 o'clock, The Established Facts, and that'll round it out. But today, don't worry, there is more podcasting at 7 p.m. There is the Podcast Awards Show, which will be taking place in panel room 1, which is room 107. Come see who the finest podcasts in the land are. They come from all over the globe, and we have some really cool podcasts that are winning and just nominated for awards to talk about tonight. That is at 7 o'clock in room 1. And then tomorrow, Championship Darts. Who was right next to me, Championship Darts? Yeah. They will be talking with KJ about why Championship Darts is legit, and you should check them out. At 12 o'clock, the Year of the Movie podcast. I don't know them. They're new. They're coming from out of town, so we should check it out. At 1 o'clock, the Brandon Peters Show, which is quite a high recommend here, with my co-hosts Jessica Alsman and Patrick McGlynn, a.k.a. Patches, and we will be doing a game show of sorts with Trivial Pursuit questions from years past and wild prizes. So you can come be on my show, talk, get a prize, and hear yourself the following week on the Brandon Peters Show. 3 o'clock is the Next Level podcast. It's Brian Daniels. He is the con man. You'll see him walking around taking videos here with his podcast. At 4 p.m., I'm joining Jeff Arbuckle of Monster Mondays and Film Seizure to talk For the Love of Godzilla, celebrating 70 years of Godzilla. And at 5 p.m., we'll close out with the Gray's Tap Room podcast. Sunday, 10:30, there is a Kinda Nerdy Girls KJ Crew meet up here. So if you're one of those or want to become one of them, 10:30, you could be anointed KJ Crew. At 11 o'clock, Outside the Box, Talkin' Nerdy. I have a back-to-back nerdy thing that was not intended, but we had some time swaps. Not the same. Beyond the Dune Sea at 12, and you should check out them. They're a pretty high production value YouTube show, but they're going to try their hand at podcasting Star Wars stuff. And then 1 o'clock, the Fab podcast, Moni and Kat. That stands for Fake Ass Book Club. So if anyone wants to know about that, they're a funny pair. 2 o'clock, Podcasting and Platforms with Chris Spangle. He'll be telling you about how to. He's bringing a program from Bloomington called No Dishes, and they're going to talk about, highlighting things and whatnot. Hello, come here. Come sit. Come sit. I did, and I recognize you as well. You came to the Doctor Who one last year. Yes, come sit down. So to wrap up, 3 o'clock, you have another game opportunity, Poorly Described Movies, with me and Chris Johnson, and we will be giving away plushies if you can guess the Poorly Described movie. And 4 o'clock, I'll say bye to the podcast stage. Come here. We're friends, aren't we?
Yeah.
Why are you got to speak of the mic? Come on. Tell them your name. Tell them your name.
My name's Pauline.
Pauline, and she's a recurring character on these Brandon Peters Show live things. She started in Louisville, and then I gave you, what did we do?
You gave me the pterodactyl thing.
Yeah, I gave her a pterodactyl that is a traveling pterodactyl named Terrence, where you add something and then you give it to someone else. And I told her to add something and bring it back to me in Indy, and she did.
I gave him shoes.
You put shoes on the pterodactyl. Terrence is going to come back. You don't have to have him again. Terrence is going to come back. But Pauline is my pal here, and very excited to see you. What are you looking forward to at PopCon?
I don't know.
You don't know?
We're not
Did you
gonna
get dragged
be
here?
for long. No.
Okay.
We're not going to be here for that long.
Okay.
We have places to be.
Obviously. Dad's got a tight leash, like 5 minutes. Hurry. No? Okay. All right. Well, Pauline, it's been great talking to you, and I hope you have fun. And are you going to go to the Louisville PopCon again down there this year?
No.
Okay. So we will meet again next year. Maybe? Maybe. Okay. Well, my weekend is complete. I got to see Pauline again, my pal. We fist bump. Boom. All right. Pauline. All right. Thank you. Thank you for bringing her by. What a delight. All right. Nick Rohrman runs the film festival. Did you know you can watch movies at PopCon? Did you? Well, come on up here. PopCon Film Festival director Nick
Hi.
Rohrman.
It's very brave of Pauline to sit right next to you.
I know, she's never come up this. I don't really hate her, but I'm like, nope. She's earned it. She's earning her stripes.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd get more than... There at least has to be a seat between us. The fact that there can be two is nice.
Right. She got up, she was like, all right, dude, what now? Yeah. What's this here? So, for those who don't know, PopCon Film Festival, this has been a thing going on for years.
Yeah, this is the 5th annual PopCon Film Festival.
Okay.
And the second one that I've been in charge of. And I had a film submitted and accepted into the first PopCon Film Festival. So it's been in the family.
There you go.
Yeah, and I've been around with PopCon since the beginning.
Yeah.
So the PopCon Film Festival is one of the many amazing things about PopCon. It's this convention is so varied and has so many different aspects and something for everybody, and that's the pop of it. It's all pop culture. So this year we have 82 films accepted into the film festival that started at 1:15 over in rooms 103 and 104, and it all culminates with the award show on Sunday at 4:30. And we have films nonstop in the 2 different screening rooms the whole time.
And it doesn't cost any extra to see them, right?
It does not. It's all included with your badge.
Wow. And the award show, can you attend if you're not involved?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. There will be a lot of fun at the award show. We have so many international films that are submitted, and we have 30 different categories that we give out awards to. And it's just great. It's so fun to support. Seeing all the different filmmakers show up and see their film for the first time in a public setting is so fun, and getting to talk to the filmmakers afterwards. And they love to just hang around and watch other films and talk to people. If you have any questions about films or making your own film or anything like that, they're all so excited to talk about it.
Very cool.
It's a wonderful place to be. And the award show is a lot of fun because we get to celebrate a bunch of independent and some more semi-professional filmmakers that are out there putting the work into it.
So are there any, and I know I don't want you to this isn't a pick some favorites, but what kind of films are you showing this weekend that the PopCon crowd may appeal to them a bit more on a general basis? Not like, oh, well, I like this one, but
right.
What ones would have that appeal to a PopCon goer?
Yeah, well, I mean, we have horror, we have thrillers, we have action, we have fantasy, we have sci-fi, comedy. I think a block that seems to fit in perfectly here at PopCon is the fan films section.
Yeah.
And we have 2 sections of fan films. One is Star Wars fan films, and there are 3 independent Star Wars fan films that are in that section. Off the top of my head, I don't know what time it is, but it's all on the schedule on the website.
You can check it out, popcon.us.
And it's posted on the at PopCon Film Fest on Instagram, so you can find it there. And then there is also a fan films block that has an Indiana Jones fan film and a Cyberpunk fan film.
Oh, wow.
And all 5 of them are really high quality fan films, and some of them look like they could have come straight out of the movies. So it's a really, I think that's probably one that I'm really excited about.
Oh, wow.
It seems like a lot of people show up for the fan films.
Gotcha.
And it's always a fun energy in the room.
Is there any like little film that you're really happy to see and hope it does well in the awards?
Oh, there's so many. Well, I think one of the ones that I find funny is there's no limit to how short a film could be. And we have an animated film that is 1 minute and 9 seconds long.
1 minute 9?
1 minute 9 seconds.
Okay.
And it's part of the animated shorts marathon block that we have, which just has, I think it has like 8 to 10 animated shorts that just go back to back to back. It's kind of like a Saturday morning cartoon kind of feel.
Okay.
But the minute-long film is called How to Save a Baby from a Snake Attack. And you'll get a kick out of it. So, I don't know. There's so many to support and so many to look forward to. But I'm proud of seeing a little 1 minute film be in there, because there's no limit to the creativity of filmmakers, and just because something is 1 minute long doesn't mean it's any less of a film.
Right. No. Yeah. What time's the last film begin screening each day?
The last film block ends right at 4:30 when the award show starts.
Okay.
And the award show's happening in 103, and that last film block is at in 104, the room next to it. But the last block of films starts at 4 on Sunday and ends at 4:30.
But like each day, is there a day that last start time, or you don't have that?
Oh, yeah.
PopCon.us, let's get...
Today, the first film started at 1:15, and the last block of films starts at 6.
Okay.
And ends around 6:45.
Okay.
On Saturday, films start in both rooms at 11.
Oh, all right.
We're jam-packed on Saturday, and the last film block starts at 5:30 and ends at 7.
Okay.
So that's con open to con end there. And then on Sunday, we start in both rooms at 11 again, and then end with the award ceremony.
Nice. Are there any of the filmmakers or actors here at PopCon?
Yeah, there will be plenty. There was actually, got some right there. Hey.
What's your film? Come on, one of you, take a seat. We can do this. Got a couple minutes.
And in one of the blocks I was just in, we had some of the student filmmakers that had a film in there. So it's really cool to see everybody. But yeah, come on, sit down. Yeah, feel free.
Very nice. Everybody say hi to Tony Schaub in the back there. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony Schaub.
All right.
Are both mics on? Does it matter?
Yeah, you can. And all the mics are on.
Wherever you want to sit.
We've got 2 minutes to pitch your film.
All right.
Less than, probably.
I'm Lauren Izzo. I'm the producer of In Our Veins, the haunting story of Red Vein Haunt.
Hey.
We spent a full year following a haunted house team as they were designing, writing the story, training their actors for a haunted house season, which ended up being the season of 2020. So in the middle of it, we were struck by COVID. It's kind of the story of a team that works together as a family, comes together to pull it through. You also get to see, the struggles of a small business during that time. And we're here. That's the director over there, Matt Wade. He actually directed, edited, storyboarded. Yeah, cried a lot.
That is very common.
You can still see the tear stains from here. It's
In Our Veins is playing Saturday at 2:45.
Yes,
so come over to room 103 and see the documentary block there.
All right, excellent. Well, PopCon Film Festival, In Our Veins, 2:45. Thank you, Nick.
And it was so great meeting.
And,
I'm
hey,
sure we'll talk.
Honored to have you at PopCon. Thank you for coming,
so
support
much.
your
Meet
film.
both of you. Thank you for having me up.
Okay, Nick.
All righty, I'll
Thank you
get
for
out of
stopping
your
by.
hair
Yeah.
now. Everyone enjoy the con and enjoy Brandon's lovely little voice.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be blasting over your eardrums the whole time.
weekend.
Thank you guys.
It's the vendors who get punished the most. That's it.
I'm very sorry to the Dart Championship next
Oh yeah, they're gonna let me. So now we're gonna not talk about secrets here at PopCon. All right. Moving on. Say your name into the microphone.
My name is Anna.
So Anna runs Secret Games, which has been going on for how many PopCons now?
PopCons or years?
PopCons.
3. This will be the 4th one.
So this will be the 4th one. So what is a Secret Games?
Well, that's the point. It's a secret.
Well, yeah, it's a secret, but if they want to get in on the secret.
It's a bunch of games where you can actually win a lifetime pass to PopCon in Indy. In Louisville, I know that you can get free passes to Louisville for the next year, but
Right.
Indianapolis is kind of the base for everything. So
Headquarters.
it is the headquarters, yes. But we run a series of games where people compete, and it dwindles down per game, and there is only one that wins.
There can be only one. What
Only one.
in previous years? What have the games consisted of? Can you share?
We've done trivia before. We've done a maze.
Connect 4, right?
We did Connect 4, which honestly was one of the best games we've ever played. Commentary alone was amazing. We had a collaboration of a couple of people. I know the normies were part of it, but they basically talked while the people played Connect 4, and it got pretty competitive and pretty intense, actually. And it was really fun to watch and listen. And
That was at the podcast stage that year. That's
It
where it got held.
It
yeah.
was at the podcast stage. You're absolutely correct.
So, yeah. How can people get involved and be part of the Secret Games?
Well, there is online. You can sign up, and it just basically your name and saying that you're 18 or over.
Okay.
And then you do need a 3-day badge because
Okay.
the games do run Saturday and Sunday. I mean, you don't necessarily need 3 days, but you have to come Saturday and Sunday.
And if there's a no-show, you just assume one of the competition took them out before?
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
it can get pretty competitive. Secret Games was based off of the Netflix show Squid Games.
Okay, yeah.
But less gore. No gore.
No gore.
No gore. No one dies. That's the good news.
But is there betrayals? Do we at least get
yeah, there's a lot of screaming. too.
allegiances?
People scream at each other.
Okay.
Yeah. It gets pretty intense sometimes.
Have there been any physically demanding tasks aside from trivia, Connect 4, any sort of big if
we
somebody was
played-
worried about a physical?
Well, we played Flippy Cup last year, and that one got pretty intense. People were yelling at each other to
Okay.
get the cup to flip over faster. So, but it is kind of fun to watch people get together and collaborate, but also compete against each other. So it's depending on the game, but we can't tell you the games this year because
Man.
that's the point of Secret Games.
There's darts right over there. That could be a...
It could be, but
could be.
you never know unless you can come and see. And
Yeah.
you don't even have to play the games. You can just watch them if you want to.
And they're announced they're given how much notice before a game happens?
They need to show up because they all if you want to compete, you have to be at the room. I think it's Wabash 3 Club PopCon.
Okay.
I would hope 1:50 tomorrow.
All right.
But the games start at 2 p.m. tomorrow.
And then they just you better be on the lookout.
Well,
We're gonna
everyone shows up, and then if you show up late, unfortunately, you can't compete, but you can watch.
Okay.
And then we basically people compete, and then the group gets smaller and smaller each game.
Gotcha. You probably shouldn't do games between 1 and 2:30 on Saturday, and then 3 o'clock and 4 on Sunday.
Why?
I need audience people. If we have crossover, I want them.
Can't help you there, friend.
All
Sorry.
right. We'll see who they choose.
But yeah, it should be fun. I hope people join. I hope people sign up. You can also come up if you want to compete and you haven't signed up yet. You can also show up at the door. We'll check you in. But you do, like I said, have to have a pass for Saturday and Sunday. And if you move on to the next round on Sunday, show up. Sunday games start at 11:30.
Gotcha. Have there ever been any celebrity involvement with Secret Games?
We had a couple,
Okay.
yes. One of the year we had the final round. Somebody played video games with somebody who was very good at video games.
All right.
But he actually beat the competition, and he moved on and won a lifetime pass. So
There you go.
you never know.
Lifetime pass.
Lifetime
to PopCon
pass, yeah.
Indy. Wow. What are some of the things you're looking forward to this week at PopCon
At
yourself?
PopCon?
Yeah.
Well,
Besides
huge
running.
fan of Elijah Wood. So
Okay.
I would love to see him and say hi to him at least and tell him he does great work. Andy Serkis is pretty awesome too. I also like to bug the normies because I went to school with one of them.
Oh, which one?
His name is Mickey.
Okay, Mickey. Okay,
Yeah,
I know,
I've known him since he was a little kid. Actually, we're about the same height, no matter what. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, you hear that name, the Normies, coming up a lot on this podcast stage.
Well,
it's not like they're coming on at 3 o'clock.
At 3 p.m. Yeah. Well, the normies are pretty huge in PopCon. PopCon's, we're trying to be. They're wonderful here. They have a great time. Actually, some of the normies are actually helping us MC with the game. So
there you go. And why not? They're an entertaining bunch.
They are. I'm kind of sad though. Chris didn't bring his rollerblades this year. Or roller
his skates? Yeah, he has to. He says if he brings them, he has to commit to a bit. He's come up on this stage struggling because of.
Yes, I agree. He needs to. I told him he needed to bring them.
The first time I recorded with him, he rolled over. He goes, "Oh, I didn't realize there'd be stairs." I'm like, I should probably get a ramp, honestly.
He in Louisville, we actually had a ramp for Secret Games, and he literally rolled up on it. I was like, there he goes, rolling.
Got the banner coming down. Don,
oh, no.
I'm gonna help with that banner. Thank you.
Yeah. What about you? Are you excited for anything at PopCon?
At PopCon?
Besides the podcast
I do the podcast stage, and I like seeing all the people I always see at PopCon. That tends to be, and the new people I meet, and the people I see again, and then, the celebrity is cool to run into them and stuff, and then I like just like unwinding after the day too. That's always fun. I like when people are repeat visitors to my live shows.
Yeah,
that's cool. It's just a fun time, and a smile on my face all day.
Yeah, I love PopCon. I love the people that come. The fans are amazing. The vendors are amazing. Everybody's amazing. Everybody. I just love it. So clearly, I've been doing this for a while. So
there's a reason we keep coming back.
Exactly.
Again and again and again. Okay, so Secret Games. One more time. Where can people?
So, Secret Games. To compete in Secret Games, it starts at 2 p.m. on Saturday. You must have a Saturday and Sunday pass in case you do move on to the final round. And it's basically a mystery of games where you compete to win a lifetime pass to Indy PopCon.
All right, so there, Secret Games. Get involved. 3-day pass. You 3-day passers.
You 3-day passers, yes. Must be 18 or over. And, if you don't want to compete, you can also watch it. Like I said, it starts Saturday at 2 p.m.
Excellent. Very cool. Very cool. All right, Anna. I will let you go.
I appreciate it.
I know you hated being on the mic with me, but I appreciate your courage.
Have fun.
All right. So Secret Games. Be on the lookout for that. Be a part of it. Next, I have a member of the Established Facts. His name is Don. He's coming to the stage, and they've got plenty to talk about. So this is it. Hold on. You sit down. Get up to the mic. There we go. And PopCon has begun. All right, here we go. I always say whenever I see you guys, it's real.
Right.
Whenever I see the Established Facts, they have what's your booth number, or it's right?
537. 537 is our booth.
Tell them what Established Facts just is in case there's nothing going on. Yeah.
Absolutely. So the Established Facts is a general gaming style podcast. We do roundtable discussions. Recently, within the last year and a half, 2 years, we started adapting video.
Pause.
Oh, gosh, look. You were right. It started. I think that's the voice of Tony. Is that Tony? Tony Schaub? I think that's Tony Schaub.
I think it's Tony Schaub.
Voice of Tony Schaub right there, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, the Established Facts podcast.
Wait for Tony to.
Oh, no,
yeah.
But it's just Tony, Brandon.
We're supposed to pause every time they enter.
Are we?
Yeah, that's the rule. And now I'm going to read War and Peace over the intercom. All right, so
the Established Facts, we're a general gaming style podcast, roundtable discussion. Usually somewhere in the neighborhood of like 4 to 6. Sometimes we've had 8. We've had as many as 16 people around the table. That was a lot of fun. And then we also have an offshoot podcast that we do called The Stable, where we talk about pro wrestling and our fandom and love for professional wrestling and storytelling and things like that.
Can I share something that happened today?
Oh, yeah.
Someone came and legit asked if it was about horses.
Did they really?
So
That's right. The Stable, the #1 equestrian podcast in Indianapolis, Indiana. That's
Yeah.
it. Oh, that's it. We have to put in for a whole new
go.
segment of podcasting.
So
Equestrian sports.
I was like, "Are you know the gag?" And she's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "The running joke about
That's so
the stable,"
great.
and she's like, "What?
No.
like it is about horses." And I'm like, "No, it's not. It's about wrestling." So
I mean, maybe four horsemen. I don't know. We'll talk about that later. Anyway.
okay, we've got some things to run through with you
Yes.
here.
Let's do it.
There is you have workshops for improv,
Yes, that's right.
but tonight at 8 p.m.
Correct. 8:30.
8:30 p.m. What's happening that people can attend for free, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
We are doing a tribute show for our longtime friend, mentor, Peter Spellos, who sadly passed away back in November. Breakfast Anytime Improv has been his baby since 2015, and a lot of us day oneers, myself, Josh Demery, who's our producer on our podcast. He, myself, and several of our friends are going to be on the stage from 8:30 until probably 9:30, 10-ish, doing improv games, mostly short form stuff, things you might have seen on other improv shows like Whose Line Is It Anyway, or if you've gone to like a comedy sports show or something like that, Red Curb Comedy. We'll be doing a lot of really fun short form stuff. And just celebrating him. We're going to have some really cool tributes as well during the show about him and stuff like that. So just come and celebrate that opportunity, that life that he has really given us with doing improv comedy. And yeah, we got workshops this weekend too. So
His presence this looms large. If you're involved in PopCon or have come, he's been a very big integral part and a face of PopCon since its inception. That's very exciting, very cool doing that. Another thing you got going on is the Neverending Dungeon.
that's right.
How does it never end?
Well, we do it. That's right.
Yes.
We've done it now. This will be our second year in a row. Neverending Dungeon is an offshoot from a creation that another podcast that we were close with had started several years ago as a charity tabletop role-playing game. So we're going to be playing a charity tabletop role-playing game for, I think we're slotted for somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 to 10 hours tomorrow.
Okay.
From about 9 in the morning until about 5, I believe, is what we're set up for as of right now. It could go longer than that if we've got participants that are interested. We're actually going to be raising money for Riley Children's Hospital.
Okay.
Through Extra Life, which is really exciting. We partnered with them last year, and we raised over $1,000 for that fundraiser last year. We're actually I think we're super close to like $700 already.
All right.
The game's not until tomorrow. We have Linktree information at our booth. There's also a huge sign on the gaming stage that we're going to be at that has links there, but you can just go to Extra Life, and if you search the established facts, you should be able to find that campaign. You can donate whatever you'd like. You can donate as little as $1 or as much as you want. And the cool thing about your donations is they will affect the game. So you can very Hunger Games-esque. You can buy potions or you can buy poisons. You can pay for a dragon to show up in a room and just defeat everyone. You can spend $25 to get into the game. You can spend $35 to kill someone who's in the game and take their place. So there's lots of really cool opportunity.
Like fictional kill them.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah,
we were talking about Squid Games.
That's right.
Secret Games.
That's right.
I just want to be clear. No. Hopefully, no murders happen at PopCon
none.
2024.
That's right. You can slay their character and take their character's spot.
There we go. We go. Very cool. Do you have like a masseuse on site to keep you guys?
No, man.
No,
we go hard. We're not worried about no masseuse.
Gotcha.
This ain't Gen Con.
Just fair enough. Awesome. So once again with that, where can people keep up with you on what are the times again for everything that you're running down?
So
you'll be back up here.
That's
you'll be
exactly
back up
what
here.
I was going to say. The Stable podcast is at 4:00. The Established Facts podcast is at 5:00. We've got an improv workshop at 6:00. At 8:30, we've got our improv show tonight that is free with a badge. As long as you've got your PopCon badge or wristband, you can come in and yell at us and Give us all of the recommendations for games and ideas that you want. Saturday, we're going to be starting our game at 9 a.m.
All right.
We're going to do 2 4-hour blocks, I believe 9 to 1 and then 1 to 5. You can donate at any time. You can even donate after the campaign is over if you didn't get a chance to do it during the actual game.
Okay.
Just to help out with the fundraising. Again, we're helping out Riley Children's Hospital. And then I think Sunday, we're doing our raffle, which we do every year.
Right.
At our booth, 537. We're doing a free raffle. All you have to do is come by our booth, show us that you subscribe to us or that you follow us on social media to get a free raffle ticket. We got, I would venture to say, right now, we've probably got $350 worth of board games, Funko Pops, and things like that to give away. Normally, by the end of the weekend, we've got badges to give away for next PopCon, as well as additional stuff that we'll actually get through sponsors who are even here at PopCon.
Sweet. Are you allowed to come and heckle Neverending Dungeon?
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Heckling 1,000%.
If you just want to show up and heckle, I'm down.
Heckle. Okay,
Yes,
Don.
that's right.
Well, I appreciate you coming on
Heck
up
yeah.
and spending some time with me.
Yeah.
And awesome. So look forward to seeing you just in a couple hours.
That's right. We'll be
All
up
right.
here at 4 o'clock.
And breakfast anytime. Catch them tonight.
That's right.
Skip dinner. Go see breakfast.
Yeah, you can have dinner all you
Anytime.
want, but, I mean, you only get one breakfast anytime. If
Right.
that works out logistically.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
That's true. All right. Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
PopCon begins. Yeah. I knocked over some mics. Someone thinks that. Come on up. All right. Next up, I have a vendor. One that survived me last year.
Where do you want me to sit?
You can sit. They're all on. So
Okay.
state your name.
My name is Allison.
All right. Hello, Allison.
Hello, Brandon. How are you?
Hello. Not bad. I'm doing good. PopCon has begun.
Yes.
The mic is on. I'm alive. We're good. So tell people what your booth is and why did I bring you up here?
Yes, so my booth is number 499, and I'm an anime artist. I began during the pandemic and was just self-taught, and here we are. So everything is original, and it's hand-painted on plexiglass.
How does that work? Tell them how that works.
Oh, gosh. So I have to draw everything backwards, and then I find the lines up, and then I layer the paints, kind of like differentiating like on their color. So everything's backwards, and then when you flip it over, everything looks right.
Okay, you brought some with us. So that for the audio people who listen to this later, this is the boring part, but maybe you could describe what you've got. So let's see some of your wonderful stuff here.
Yes, so my first one I'll show you all is from My Hero Academia. It's a beautiful Shoto Todoroki piece. For those listening, I guess you could say it's a very powerful moment in the anime. One where he's screaming and there's fire and he's in the sky. And then the second one, of course, I had to do Jujutsu Kaisen. So we have Gojo when he just got in the subway and is breathing heavily.
Excellent. And are you doing commissions right now, or?
My commissions are closed right
Okay.
now, but they will open up after the show.
Okay, that's very cool. What tends to be the more popular show that of your animes that get bought from your?
I'd probably say Naruto and One Piece. Those
Okay.
would probably be the biggest.
Very cool. What are some of your favorite ones that inspire you the most?
Well, obviously, I love painting everything, but I think the best part is the voice actors that are here getting to make paintings for them. That's really enjoyable. So whenever I get to make a painting and have it at my booth, but also give it to them as well, that's very motivational.
What are some of your stories of being a vendor and having that interaction with them? What's that like? Share some of your stories.
Yeah, so last year was the 10-year anniversary, right, at PopCon?
Yeah, 10-year.
Yes, so that was one of my biggest years yet, and I was able to meet a ton of voice actors, two really big One Piece voice actors, Miley Flanagan, the voice actor of Naruto, and it's really just been networking. Thankfully, Miley loved the painting I gave her, and now she has prints of it at her booth, actually, so people can get that signed. But really just getting to have them appreciate my art, I think that's what means the most, because I love their character, and then them loving what I do, it's nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've been doing this for a while, but is there any sort of like goals or aspirations to take it to, like, evolution-wise or like growth?
Yeah, so I think 2 main goals I've set. One is to continue to have prints of my art at Voice Actors booth for people to get signed at shows. And second is hopefully one day at PopCon become a celebrity artist.
Oh, okay.
Just because this is year 4 and it's the only show I do, but I put my all into it. So that's like maybe a long-term goal of mine that I have in mind.
Well, you're a celebrity artist to me, so I know that counts for nothing. But there we go. Have you ever thought about branching out and like having Allison's art? So if you branched out from anime and did other styles, is that an option? Or
yeah, see, I've done some cartoons before. I've done a Hellboy commission, but
okay.
Anime is just my passion, and so that's just really what I like to focus on.
Have you ever thought about staying with anime but taking something that's not and making it anime style?
I don't think I have the creativity for that.
I'm sorry if I'm putting you in this like, hey, do you do this?
I always need the reference picture. That's
the reference. Okay, the reference picture helps.
Colors,
I get
lines,
you.
everything. Yeah.
I get you, but it's really striking. Like, and people know anime is not in my wheelhouse, but I'm really like, man, these are really cool. Like, I wish I knew the story behind and the characters that you're doing, but it's really great stuff. Where's your booth located?
It is number 499. It is right by Celebrity Row, over there to the left.
Any like specials or like close out? Like, this is gonna be gone. It's gone.
Well, a lot of the paintings that I have that people can purchase to get signed by voice actors, those are going very fast.
Okay.
I've already sold out of a few. But yeah, I have a ton of different products, ranging in all different types of prices and everything. So.
Okay. How many do you get done like in a month? How many? Is this not? I don't want to reveal my
No,
process.
I'd say, since I'm in college, it's harder to do it, but like every single weekend I'm working, so I'd say I can probably make 10 to 12 a month. That would probably be the.
Gotcha. And you also on the side, you do some modeling too, right?
Yes.
There you go. What you want to tell about that a little bit, or?
Sure.
right.
I've done fit modeling for Express numerous times, and I landed a bridal shoot last year, I believe. I'm signed in Cincinnati, so I did a bridal shoot for Renee Grace Bridal and modeled their bridal line.
Oh, wow. Very cool stuff. Very busy. And you go to school.
Yes.
I was a lazy college student because I would have extracurriculars. No, but look at you doing all that. So anything else? What's anything else you do at PopCon other than like celebrities and stuff that you look forward to seeing and doing, or?
Probably just all the other vendors. I think it's really enjoyable to see what other people bring to each show and seeing like what other people do anime and then stuff that's different than mine. So, I mean, I just think there's so many opportunities here at this show. You can definitely find something you love.
Hey, you should hold up yours again right now. Yeah, because they should see what she's got up here. Oh, they just turned her. Oh, no, denied. Wow. Later. They were coming by filming stuff, and I was like, hold them up.
He said, nope.
We got bubbles or something. All right. Cool. Well, I appreciate your time.
Of course.
Allison, and seeing you all weekend. Always a joy.
Yes. Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, no problem. Allison's anime art. Allison, anime art. So, very cool. My next person is someone very fond of cats, very fond of geek stuff, very fond of just people in general. It's KJ from Kinda Nerdy Girls. You'll see her as a panel moderator all weekend long.
Hi.
Welcome, KJ.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here.
Like we've never talked on microphones before.
I know, right? Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, and we're on. There's
Security,
patches.
we need this man removed.
Yes, harassment. So who are you moderating this weekend?
Let's see. So I have the Walking Dead panel coming up at 3:30 today.
I call it the Children of the Walking Dead. We got a lot of young ones.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. I'm excited about that. I actually have worked many cons at the height of the Walking Dead. They had these Walker Stalker cons, and I worked with Chandler Riggs when he was a little bitty thing. Uh-huh. He's all grown up now.
All grown up, yeah.
Yes.
He's too cool for everybody now.
I don't think he's too cool. Like, he's the sweetest guy. I'm very excited about him and Caitlin Aiken.
That's good. I'll take your word for it. We'll do that. So, PopCon. How many PopCons for you now?
All the PopCons. I've been to every single one since year one. So this is number 11, baby.
All right. This is number 10 for me.
Okay.
And
you were like, I don't know, maybe not first year. I'll just maybe see if this thing sticks around.
I got to bump up my number because I was at the Fort Wayne one, and not a lot of people were at the Fort Wayne.
That's true. I was not at Fort Wayne.
Rachel survived it with me. It was great. But yeah, so yeah, this is number 10 for me too, or me, and then you're 11.
I'll always be one ahead of you.
When you come to PopCon, what makes it for you aside from the work, the tireless work you do with the panel moderating? You moderate panels and you moderate moderators of panels too.
I do. You know what? I've had the opportunity, because I've worked in photo ops and radio and TV and I do all these different things with cons. I've done cons all over the world, and I am not lying when I say PopCon is the best convention. It is my favorite convention, and part of it's because of the people that come. It's just such a great atmosphere.
It's a vibe. It really is.
It's such a vibe, and I think it is because it's local. There's so much heart put into this. I mean, Chris and Carl, the co-founders, they're always thinking about how they can make this the greatest experience.
Right.
And not all cons do that. They're like,
right.
Here are the celebrities, here's the shopping, thank you, good night. And, Chris and Carl will take a chance and say, you know what, we should have the championship darts corporation.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Here.
You were instrumental in kind of bringing darts over. So do you want to...
I was,
yeah.
Yes. I discovered darts. It's the nerdiest thing. I discovered darts while I was working a Walking Dead convention in London, and we were so tired, and I was like, we can't just lay in a hotel room and put something British on the TV at least. and darts was on, and there were all these people in cosplay, and it was like they all had these walk-up songs, like it was like wrestling meets darts meets a PopCon, and I mean we immediately became fans. We got back and we subscribed to the PDC app, which you have to pay in euros. It's weird. And then we discovered that we had it here in the States and started going to the events, and they actually do their main events, several of them in Brownsburg, which was weird. And so here we are, and it's one of my favorite fandoms, and now it's here at PopCon.
I told people, I'm like, just go throw one.
Yeah.
Go toss one. Go talk to them. Go watch it. They're going to throw a hype video, I believe, later on at some point on there to show the pyrotechnics and all the cool stuff. But I went with you to a dart event to check it out, and it was so funny because they had the event, and if you looked on TV, it looked like really super ESPN and stuff. But we're sitting there in an American Legion,
right?
And it's there's the wood tables, the whole bar, but it looks like this elite play. They really deck out the place.
Oh,
very
absolutely.
cool. And it's wow, this. You look at the TV and you're like, I'm in this room.
That's happening here? Yes.
It doesn't, how...
Oh, the production is amazing.
Yeah.
And they call it the biggest party in sports. It really is. It's so much fun. And oh my gosh, the math that you have to do, these guys are boom, 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 and they're just figuring it out. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I could talk about darts all day. I will be tomorrow.
There we go. And as I hear, Spellman's the best in the world, right? That's what they all say over there.
Is that what everyone's saying?
Spellman's the best on the globe, yeah.
Alex Spellman, baby. He's awesome. And get this, man. You want to talk about Indiana. This morning, we were watching the tournament that's going on in Austria, the Euro Tour.
Okay.
This guy named Danny Lauby is from Terre Haute, and he's over there on the big stage.
Okay.
We got to talk about, we've got this guy from Indiana.
Yeah.
It's out there doing this. These guys are out there doing this.
Yeah.
And, more people need to be talking about it.
It's a growing thing, and it's on the fringe of sports, and PopCon is on, fringes of pop culture. So I think it meets each other very nicely.
Yeah.
So very cool. Very cool. What would you recommend to a first-time PopConner and checking out?
Well, I would recommend that you go to the KJ Today and Kinda Nerdy Girls booth because we are on a quest for cats this weekend. Our partner, Conquest Journals, which is also local, they make licensed fan art for Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Friends, Supernatural, and they gave us these amazing, beautiful 50-card collage kits.
Oh, wow.
They are usually $23, and they just gave them to us, so we're selling them for a $5 donation to Indie Neighborhood Cats.
$5.
$5, you get the 50-card set.
Thank you, Shelley.
And they gave us so many decals. Everybody that stops by our booth gets a free decal. I mean, and please take them, because I have thousands of them.
And if you do go to the booth, and there's someone named Jonna there, just say Brandon said hi.
Yes.
That's all you got to say.
And the other thing I recommend, there's so much going on within the vendor hall here, but when you step outside, I mean, you've got Icon doing esports, you've got the magic shows, you've got wrestling going on, you've got the film festival. Don't spend all of your time just in here. There's an entire world of pop culture going on.
And free that comes with your ticket. There's so much to just do. A lot of other conventions tend to be vendor halls of get my autograph, get my picture, and leave.
Right.
And there's nothing. But there's so many people to talk to, so many other things to do. We have interesting vendors, not just what you got? Funko? Okay. There's great art like Allison that was just up here.
Her art is amazing. You were talking about, I saw her earlier today, and I haven't seen her since last year, and I fangirled. I'm like, oh my God, Allison, I love your art.
Yeah, there's other artists that I see every time here, and it's cool to see what they bring, like she said, to each show, and interesting people to talk to, and then just fun stuff to do, the escape room, laser tag. Trust me, laser tag is weird. So you're vestless, okay, sure, and then they're 10 minutes, and you're that's not enough time. And they're how do they pull this off? And you go in the little conference room, and you're okay, this makes sense. But then you're 10 minutes wasn't enough time. It's an eternity in that room.
It is.
And trying to keep your foot on the gas to shoot some kids with lasers. Yep.
So do you target the kids?
I mean, that's who was in there with me at the time I tried it, and they were all after me. And there's little places to hide and stuff, and and there's fog, and it's cool.
Well, and then right down the way we have the VR that's free to play.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Honestly, just go watch those people that are playing, because it's a show in itself to just watch people.
Go stand next to them and take a picture that they have no idea they're in.
Well,
that's what I always do with my children when they're on VR. I'm always they have no idea. So
I'm excited to be in this atmosphere. I love what PopCon brings to people every year.
I do too. I think that's a good time to wrap it up with everything going on at PopCon.
Okay.
For the kickoff show, we are started. The podcast stage is live.
It is.
It's alive. It's not just silly songs coming from Brandon's speaker.
And thank you.
Yeah?
You put so much work into this. Brandon Peters from the Brandon Peters Show. You are a hero of PopCon.
A hero of PopCon.
You are.
Oof.
You're one of the people that
My hero was the guy that got me the frame that I was waiting on.
Oh man, this is great, right? Wow, we are big time now. We got the podcast backdrop.
Speaking of heroes of PopCon, everybody say hey to Jordan.
Hey, Jordan. Woo!
All right. Well, thank you, KJ. I appreciate it. There's a podcast awards program at 7 p.m. tonight, ending at 8, and it's great. Carl and I are going to hand out the awards.
I can't wait.
All the podcasts this year. So thank you so much, everybody. In about 11 minutes, the normies, talking normies, will debut on the podcast stage. Well, they've done it before, but their first podcast stage thing. So very excited. All right. Catch y'all later. Is that a good tagline to end? Catch y'all later.
Thank you for listening. The Brandon Peters Show is a Creative Zombie Studios production. Produced by Brad Shoemaker and Brandon Peters. Written and edited by Brandon Peters. Announcer vocals by Jessica Alsman. Theme song by Metavari. Web design and show art by Brad Shoemaker with Brandon Peters. All music and clips featured in the episode are property of their respective studios, and no infringement is intended. Additional information on this and other episodes at BrandonPetersShow.com. For any inquiries, press opportunities, or sponsorship, contact mail@BrandonPetersShow.com. The show is available on Apple Music, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are found.